see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bear standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
And had 4 of those picks led to the loss. Goff on first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
He's got daylight. The 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
They're moving the ball through the air pretty well on this opening drive, and to me it was evident that they were set on doing exactly that here to get this game started. And their belief and determination is certainly paying off.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
15-yard line.
Here's Akers. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's good.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Check. 3 down. 26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Here's Prescott. That's complete to Butler. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Cowboys.
25 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey. We got 3. We're going to go 46. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. You remember me? Let's go, Mike.
Now Prescott. Open man completes it to Butler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That's what it frustrates about, man.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
To throw is Prescott. This is Butler making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
We got four.
To the air again, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to run forward with Pollard, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah,
I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now here's a throw that's complete. They find some open field here. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there. Goff to Cup. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Prescott sacked. Fumble on the play.
He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other, 2-hand.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The Cowboys.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
1st and 10
and I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hakeem Butler there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 70. Yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score tied 14-14.
This is Tony Pollard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Pollard on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. From the 29, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Pollard. A beautiful thing. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Prescott on 1st down. Open man, Butler complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. All day, punt. 26.
Prescott off play action. Throw left side, going to be caught by Butler.
That's the Southern Cowboys.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll run with Pollard. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Here's Pollard. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Rams first down.
Goff now looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And Charles, we get a look there at the draft class for this offense. What do you make of it?
Well, overall, I like the balance of the guys that they selected because, to me, they got a few guys who can step in and play right away, which is exactly what you want. But they also drafted for the future as well. They got some guys who might need a year or 2 on the practice squad. So then we'll find out if they can actually play.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's good for a Cowboy.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Run for Pollard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Coming, baby. Hey, kill. 26 Mike.
First down, Prescott. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Tony.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
Second and goal.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys. They push out in front further. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On first down, it's gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Watch 36 to Mike. I got one.
To throw is gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Touchdown, Cowboy.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun. Gone. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Rams 14.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Pollard on the return.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Right back to him on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 29, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Hakeem Butler, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Rams.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Here we go. Let's bring it.
From the gun, here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A gain of 40.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Complete to number 17.
From 21 yards away. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive.
Number 20.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 26. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Pollard again. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 7 yards.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And it's 3rd
This
down.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
536. 536. I'm trying to collect.
Here's Goff.
Here we go. Here we go.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Watch 36.
Now gone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Let's go, D. Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
There's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Now Pollard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. A first down throw for Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Butler. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must
Because
have.
they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Check 9. Watch the safety creep. Back. Check 99. Check 9. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here go 46. Got 4 down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hey, kill. Stay still. 47. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, 46.
Now Prescott.
Son, I'm coming for you, son.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Reggie Robinson. Jared Goff.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Goff, that's into the hands of Reynolds. He's at the 30, 20, touchdown LA.
Goff's pass
Josh Reynolds with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 29, Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check 4. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Hey, 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now again here to Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd.
Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, again, to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 15 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Lining up for the point.
And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Now Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
A loss of 9 yards.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended target was Cam Akers. 3rd down here.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Jared Goff sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning.
At the Rams,
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold it a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way They wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
In your face.
Here's Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Goff's pass.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Goff now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Goff's pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
17, Robert Woods.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practice.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's how we do
going to
it.
score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Cowboys.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. One last throw here for Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And that will light a finish to this ball game.